BBC Hooniverse.
You're watching the TGM production.
Hello and welcome to part 3 of our two-parter, but we're not calling it that, we're calling it Missing Doctor, because today we're talking about what happened when the Doctor did this. We're all going on a jolly holiday, no more filming for her, we got to. Yes, what happened when the Doctor and his companion at that time, because we're talking about multiple ranges of time, went on holiday. Well, you have to have a break. So, in New Who, there's a break of filming gaps between the series. That's a break. Break. That's a break. Break. That's a break. Break. That's a break. And then, what you have, right, is you're having something else. In Classic Who, there was no breaks. From what I can gather, there might have been, but from what I can gather, there wasn't. I could be wrong, so don't quote me on that. Now, what we discover is then the Doctor then goes on holiday. William Hartnell, in this case, goes on holiday, and we have Mission to the Unknown, which is a story that doesn't contain the Doctor whatsoever. And the reconstruction the university did this on YouTube, on the official Doctor Who YouTube channel, is excellent. Saddest known DVD. But the point is that it was one of those things that became really fascinating, because it's like, well, why would you have to continue production when your main character's not there? Yes, it never explained when the main character's gone because he's just not there. But why? And that never makes sense to me. I'm not too sure who it made sense to, but it definitely didn't make any sense to me at all, because I was confused by the fact that who in production said to him, right, William, you can go on holiday now. And who in production thought that was the right time to do that? I don't know. It all confuses me in that sense. But I think it makes sense overall. If you're going to be working flat out for that long, then yeah, that makes sense. But I'm not too sure overall that story-wise, well, I mean, Mission to the Unknown is a brilliant story, and I'm not saying it's not, but I'm just saying it's not as good as the Doctor stories. Now, New Who, as I've said, Doctor Light stories includes the Doctor very lightly, but in Classic Who, it's just like, no, we're not including him at all. We're not. We're getting rid of him. He's going, and he's gone. So I do think it's slightly strange in that sense, but you know what they say, each to their own, and it's all people's opinion and whatnot. But I personally think that the Doctor missing episodes just sort of don't work, but I can see why that needed to happen from a sort of actor point of view, but from a story point of view, I'm not too sure at all. So, this is the end. This is the end. And this means that there'll be no more fourth part, there'll be no more omnibus. Because, obviously, I'm itching, like, obviously we're naming them differently. We're naming this differently. So, this one's all about missing Who and missing Doctors and whatnot. So, I do think that having that break makes sense, but why? Let me know. Bye. Don't forget to subscribe to the official Tom Mason YouTube channel